Welcome to the Budgeting Bogan, very first podcast. Look, gonna be honest, it's gonna be amateur hour for the first probably 6 months or so. I'm not gonna lie, fuck. I'm your budgeting bogan, tight ass, budgeting bitch, handbrake, whatever the fuck you want to call me. Call me whatever, just don't call me late for dinner. This first episode is going to be a bit about me, my history, what led me to where I am today, and about why I became the budgeting bogan. Because apparently you can't bring a tight ass bitch as a title. I grew up in caravan parks, travelling, living in a bus with my parents. Did I know that we were poor? Oh, hell no, I didn't think we were poor. I knew we weren't rich because, rich people had spa baths and all the rest of it, but we weren't poor, in my opinion. But I was a kid, I didn't know. Looking back, we were broke as fuck. My parents taught me from a very early age, if I wanted something and it wasn't my birthday, it wasn't Christmas, get your ass out there, head down, ass up, and work for it and save. Otherwise, unless it was a necessity, you don't get shit. In my opinion, I was spoiled compared to a lot of people. Even a couple of my mates that I grew up with would agree I was a spoiled bitch. And I got away with so much shit. But I don't think I had a bad childhood. Could it have been better? Who knows? But it's my childhood. I grew up with the notion, if you want something, you work for it, you save it. Now, how I got to where I am today. Back in 2017, I got my balls back and I decided enough was enough with my baby daddy. And after 16.5 years, I left. It wasn't an easy decision, but it was what was best for me. And looking back, my children as well. I'm not saying he was a bad person. That's a totally different story, my breakup. I may or may not tell it down the road, but it's not really budgeting related. By me leaving him, I ended up going into about 10 grand worth of debt. And at the time I worked for Domino's Pizza in Ayr, and I had fantastic franchisees, Kate and Ryan Comps. Now, they introduced me to the Barefoot Bet Investor and a couple of American podcasts. And with following a few rule guidelines and adjusting shit to suit my needs, I managed to crawl out of that 10 grand debt hole in I think like 3 years. So it was really good. Like they were a lifesaver. I know, hounds. 2 years, less than 2 years it was, because my late partner passed in 2019. And I went into a massive depressive spiral, and I decided to move down to Ipswich because I had my parents that were in Nanango. My sister lives in Ipswich as well. So I decided to move down where there was family support. Now, before anybody comes at me, I did not take the kids away from their dad. We had a discussion. He gave me written permission to leave. There wasn't no fight over them, nothing like that. And that, again, is a totally different story, not budgeting related. I may or may not divulge one day down the road. So yeah, moving down here did put me in a bit of a hole again. And we moved down here in 2020, and I was probably about $5,000, $6,000 in debt. Could have been worse, but thankfully my late partner's parents shared some of his stuff and helped me out. Now, COVID hit, so I wasn't able to get a job, which was a real struggle. And then I discovered Uber Eats, DoorDash, Menulog, all of that. And I'm like, you beauty. I will be covering the side hustle benefits and deficits of doing Uber Eats, DoorDash in one of my podcasts down the track. I'm going to keep my podcasts around the 25-30 minute. Some will be shorter, some will be a bit longer, because I can talk about budgeting and money for days, but I know people get the shits with it. I found why becoming a budgeting bogan? I became a budgeting bogan because I love saving money. I love getting good deals. I love helping people who are struggling realize that they're not alone. Nobody's ever alone in their struggles. B, there is light at the tunnel. Like I'm on Barefoot Australia for single mums on Facebook, and I see them, I need to go bankrupt. And while, yeah, it looks grim, what they've outlined roughly, they've given a rough detail, it doesn't need to be an instance, okay, let's go bankrupt scenario. It's just a matter of sitting down and working shit out, pen and paper. And while it seems dark, there can always be that little flicker of light at the end of the tunnel. And if I can help just one person achieve being in the black even, I'd love it if I could help get him in the green. But I'll settle for the black. I'll be a happy lady. I have finished my certificate for financial literacy education. So I'm actually qualified to help educate financially. I'm almost a qualified, I say almost, because I've still got like 7 or 8 weeks left of the STEPS program, and then I'll be a fully qualified financial counsellor. Financial counselling is not what I want to do. The education capability, the thing with being a financial literacy educator is it has many words. It's a capability worker, a resilience worker. And all these services you can access for free through the Good Shepherd, Angel Care, Smith Family. They are all services that you can access to help. But I'll probably have a podcast about the different types of services in Queensland, because I am in Queensland. Smith Family is pretty much Australia-wide. I don't know if there was any other services. I'll also go through some websites that can help with budgeting. Money Smart is the most popular. I will also cover talk about if we will ever get to retire, how to holiday on a budget with kids, how to holiday on a budget without kids. I'll also cover Christmas money, Christmas budgeting. I'll also cover like Centrelink concession. Like I'll cover so many different topics. It's not funny. I also plan on having guests on to talk about their budgets and things like that. My goal is, look, we all have dreams and goals. My goal is to be the Aussie version of Chris. I think his name is Chris. I can't remember his name. But he's an asshole to his clients. And I understand people go on there to get roasted. And yeah, I will call you out on your bullshit. But I'm not going to fucking sit there and say you're a dumb cunt and all the rest of it like he does. I'll say things like, is this a necessity? Because what's a necessity to me doesn't mean it's a necessity to you. And what's a necessity to you is not a necessity to me. And it's understanding that. And just because somebody getting $20 worth of takeout a day does not seem realistically a necessity to me, for that person, it could be. And then there's the other aspects of it. What other help do other people need? And I'm probably rambling here. And that is perfectly fine because this is my podcast. But yeah, I'm the Budgeting Bogan. This is the introductory to budgeting. I'll be posting on TikTok, YouTube, Patreon, hopefully Spotify and iHeartRadio. I haven't worked out those two yet. There will be no subscription fees to any of the services. It will be a free podcast. Would I appreciate it if you at least follow and like? Absolutely. On all platforms? Absolutely. But I'm not going to sit here and twist your arm and make you do it. But I would appreciate it. I will be giving sound advice. Now keep in mind, a lot of this will be my opinion and my personal advice. It is not backed by any government organisation or company. So yeah, I will be posting hopefully once a week. See you next week, people. And next week's topic, I don't know. I'll have to pick. Or leave a comment and let me know a topic and I'll see what I can do about giving my personal opinion, advice,